Hey, what's up? I'm here to talk to you today about Nate Bjorkgren. It's called Nate B. I've been watching a lot of streams and on Facebook. You see a lot of Fire Nate, and what the whole thing is about is he hasn't even been given a chance. I mean, let's look at it like this: he came into a situation where he thought he was going to get a team, first of all. First, Oladipo went out. Well, first TJ Warren went out, then Oladipo. How you going to play without two of your top scorers? That is ridiculous, and that's not even something that we should ask of a coach. It's like we judging Nate, and he doesn't even have any skilled players. The Pacer team is full of one-dimensional players, and then we asking him to win games. How's that look and how's that sound? We got to give Nate a chance to at least get some players that actually can contribute and have some type of skill set. And I'm not one of those Miles Turner is God type of people. I'm here to just shoot it straight from the hip. He doesn't have enough help. He doesn't have enough talent on the team to even make the playoffs. When you take TJ Warren, let's say his 18 points a game, then you take Oladipo, you trade him, which you thought you were going to get a player right away, but unfortunately, LeVert, he had cancer. So, we want to make sure that, his health is first and priority. So we're not going to even judge that. But you took away 18 and 20 points respectively out of the starting lineup. How are you going to win without that? Then you take two of the reserves, put them into the starting role, and they're not equaling up to what TJ Warren and Depot was averaging. Some nights you might get McConnell, he might score a little bit more than extra or do a little bit more to contribute. You got McDermott. He's not an 18-point scorer naturally. So when you take those types of players and put them into the starting lineup, then what you losing from your bench. And if you've been watching games lately, what you've been seeing is the Pacers hanging in tough to third, fourth quarter, late third quarter, late fourth quarter, and then they losing games. They're only doing that because there's not enough talent on the team, and you asking one-dimensional players to play to all-star level or pretty close to a superstar level potential. You can't ask McDermott to come in and fill in what TJ Warren was filling in while on the team. You can't ask for McConnell to come in and score like LeVert or Depot. So that's where the Indiana Pacers are going. So what's going so wrong with the Indiana Pacers? Luckily, we'll get LeVert back. That would help out tremendously because that then moves McConnell or McDermott back into the backup role, so he can come off the bench and do what he usually is doing on the bench, scoring. But you can't ask for these players to come in. McDermott is a three-point specialist. He has added to his repertoire this year with his driving the lane, but you didn't get that last year. So you can't ask McDermott to go out and create his own shot, isolate with McDermott. You can't do those things because that's not in his nature. But Pacer fans want to be disgruntled, saying, oh, well, I missed the old Nate. The old Nate was horrible. He didn't have any kind of system where it was on offense. He was a great defensive mind, but offense, he ran the same plays over and over again. And you can't have that in the NBA because people will catch on and they will make a plan for your plan, basically. But you can't fault the new Nate for this. If you watch the first month before Depot was traded, that's what type of team that Nate B was trying to implement in his system. There was a lot of passing, there was a lot of cuts. His system is going to be fantastic when we finally get those players that we need to execute correctly. But for now, you cannot say, hey, well, Nate's bad because he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. He doesn't have the players. What do you expect? You got to get the players first before you implement your system that you want to play with, because not all players are made equally. So you can't judge Nate for him now having McConnell in the game when he thought he was going to get a Depot or a Levert in the game. Now, the second half is coming up. First, shout out to Sabonis for the All-Star Challenge, the Skills Challenge. He did great. I'm glad. Last year I thought he was going to win, but this year he brought it home to the state of Indiana. Wonderful job. Cassius, they did him wrong, boy. That dunk was woo. He should have won the dunk contest. Number one, that dunk was the first dunk he did was better than the rest of the dunks that night. So I know he should have won that game, the contest. But we're not gonna just be talking about Nate B like that. You got to give the guy a chance. You got to make sure he got all the players he need. Right now, Phil Jackson couldn't win jack with this team. You gotta make sure you have players in your system to run the system. So it's too early to start pulling the plug on Nate B. But just look what he had left. He had Bjorkgren, who's going to get you 20 points a night, around 20 points a night. Great defense, great three-point specialist, slasher. And then you got Sabonis. He's going to do his thing. Now, Sabonis, he got limits. Sabonis, for right now, since we got 2 stars out, he should be on a war path right now. He should be putting up 30 points a night. So Sabonis has limits. If you know how to play Sabonis, you know that he is not going to get points on if you know how to guard him correctly. You know, his footwork. You know, he'll in the low post he is either make it or break it. He'll shoot 3 points, but it's not always consistent. So out of the starting unit, those 2 players that should be getting more points, they're not. And we're not even going to talk about Miles Turner because he's always going to make 10 points. He could be you can just have 3 players on the court. He is still going to get 10 points. He's not a scorer. He's a defensive block specialist, and he is not going to like arouse you and super duper come up with a 30-point night. Now, his first year he might have, but he kind of reverted back into, I don't know what happened to his game. He was cold when he first came out. If you watch that Charlotte Hornet game where his first season and he was scoring all those points, he was fantastic. But after that, he just kind of went down, just not consistent on anything. And then Embiid just called him out like that. And I'm like, wow, where your manhood, bruh? You just gonna let somebody just say that he dominates you every time you know competition? Come on, man. You gotta do better than that. You're gonna let him say that about you and make you look stupid like that? I'm can't wait for the rematch, see what happens, see if he's gonna man up and do something about what Embiid said about him. But probably not. Miles Turner is just too soft in the middle, and on all the group chats on Facebook that I'm in the Pacers group, that's all they love some Miles Turner. They worship Miles. Every time he'll be quiet 10 games, and then the 11th game he'll do something a little bit spectacular, and where you haters at now? Oh, Miles Turner the best thing. We will be trash without Miles Turner. Believe me, those 2 or 3 blocks a game, if you get you a scoring center, that'll make up for those 6 points that he saved us. Because Miles Turner, I don't know what happened to his development. Every time I watch him during the summer and watch his Instagram, he's doing yoga instead of getting out on the court. You see him be his summer videos, him banging against big guys, taking them and making his game stronger. And then you turn to Miles Turner, he's doing yoga. This is basketball. I don't care about you doing no yoga. I need to see you get in there and battle and get in the low post. And if you're gonna say you're a defensive player and be shamed when they don't put you as defensive player of the year and all that, you need to do something against these big guys. You will never be a defensive player of the year just blocking shots. Defensive player of the year is all kind of aspects. It's stopping your opponent. It's blocking shots too, but steals. It's all about you able to make your opponent score less points. And you're not doing that. They have a field day when they play with you, Miles. And if I was Nate B, I'd be looking to trade you. Because I used to be a Miles Turner fan, but watching him play is horrible. But this isn't about Miles Turner. This is about Nate B. I think that once he get his players in the system that he needs, he's gonna be cold. He's gonna be a Frank Vogel. Watch. He got skills. The coach is smart, and what you see every now and then in the games, he's gonna be able to do that consistently. You know, you can't play a 2-3 zone if you don't have the players to get out there and stop the shooting or box one. The dude, he's working with what he got, and what he got is barely NBA talent. All these guys that we got on our second unit is in the league because they specialize in something. You know, TJ McConnell, he's great. He'll never be a starter, but he's definitely a great backup. And he's about probably 3 to 4 years from being out the league, because there's another TJ McConnell coming in that got the hustle and that can dish and distribute. But his jump shot he don't even like shooting. If you ever watch TJ McConnell, he'll be wide open. He won't shoot the ball. How long you think you're gonna be in the league? Teams can say, okay, well, McConnell don't like to shoot the ball. We'll play off of him, and that gets guards. That's like 5-on-4 guarding, because they don't trust him. They know he won't shoot, and TJ McConnell don't trust himself to shoot. They make another team simple to beat the Pacers. Okay, McConnell's in the game. Just stay off of him. We can guard the other players with an extra person because he won't shoot. When McDermott get in the game, okay, we know if you just chase him around, he might score about 2 or 3 shots in a row, but then after that, he gonna get tired, and just make sure you play off of him where he'll start missing 3-pointers. Unless he gets real hot, then he might hit 4 or 5 in a row. But once you got players that are easy to guard, then that means they can guard harder on the rest of the team. And that's what we're faced with right now. Now, this road trip coming up is going to be make it or break it. We got Los Angeles. We got, I believe we got, who we just play? Phoenix. We got, I believe, Clippers maybe. But Milwaukee's coming up. The Nets are coming up. It's going to be a battle. And it's up for us to this is going to be make it or break it. Some people talking about, should we tank? And I'll cover that in another video. But right now, it's not looking too good. So, Nate B, you keep doing a good job. Hopefully, if it don't work out this season with the players, hopefully over the off season, you get the players you need. But, I mean, you got our support. Well, you got my support. I see what you're trying to do, and I watch all the games. And what you're trying to develop out of these players is going to be spectacular when you get your squad on the floor. All right. So this is Naptown Sports Fans channel. My name is Q Ball, and I just want to let you know a little bit about me. I'm from Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana. Right now, I don't live there, but I'm from there, and I've been watching the Pacers since I was a little boy watching Reggie Miller. I believe they used to be on Channel 4 when I was little, and used to watch all the games with me and my boy. We'd be in the basement and watch Reggie Miller, Chuck Person back in the day, and I've been a fan ever since. I live in the DFW area now, so even when they come to Dallas, I get tickets to watch the game. Probably won't get it this year. I think they got a game end of this month, but I don't miss a lot of games in person. I watch all the games here and try to catch every game on TV because I love the Pacers. This is my first live stream. A lot of you might have never seen this before, but I get started out, did a little couple of things on here about different subjects. But I love everything about Indiana. If it's the Colts, we're going to talk about the Colts. We're going to talk about IU, even though they're not that good right now. We're going to talk about Notre Dame, and we're going to talk about the Pacers. So if you got any questions, I'm going to start doing a lot of live streams. I want to have people call in, and we're going to talk about anything Indiana sports. So hope y'all have a great day and a good night. And thank you for watching it. Thank you. You have a great day. Bye.